You are now listening to the IELTS podcast. Learn from tutors and ex-examiners who are masters of IELTS preparation. Your host,
Hello.
Ben Worthington.
Hello, Ben.
Hey Mega, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pleased to be speaking with you at last. First of all, thanks a lot for meeting me online and doing this podcast for us. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really happy.
Okay.
I'm really
Yes.
pleased you decided
Yes.
to do it.
As long as you don't ask me how many times I already taken IELTS. We don't want to share that today.
Okay. We won't talk about that. I won't ask you. And if I do, remind me that you asked me not to. So don't worry. I won't do that.
Okay.
I have a similar situation. I had a similar situation with my driving test, so it's okay.
Okay.
Don't ask me about the driving test. I won't ask you about how many times. All right?
If you ask me, if you forget, and then you ask me, I'll say I just took 3 times instead of 13. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was 13 times.
Yeah. 13. Can you
Wow.
imagine?
Wow. Sorry. I didn't. I knew you didn't want to speak about it. 13
You-
times and $200 each time. So that's
No, 330.
330. Oh my
Yeah.
word. So that's
Mm.
almost like uh
You can buy
4,000.
scooter, yes, 4,000, and then all those tests, course, and then like getting my paper, how do you say? I forgot now. Getting my paper,
Corrected.
being check corrected with you is okay. You very nice with Ryan, like saying that I'm like a middle school English level, something like that.
Oh,
So
ooh.
yeah, yeah. So
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? That's
yeah,
not very nice.
all those abusive vocabulary. So
Wow. Yeah, that's not very encouraging, is it? That's a shame. Anyway,
yeah,
uh-huh.
yes,
So, I've got all the questions in front of me, all right, and I just wanted to ask you. I asked you before, but I just want to know a little bit more about you and your situation. So you're from Indonesia, but you're living in Australia now. Is that correct?
yes, correct. Yeah.
Right,
So it's been 6.5 years.
right. I see.
Mm-hmm.
And you're taking the IELTS for permanent residency. Is that correct?
Yeah, permanent residency to get those points, like a skill migration point.
Ah,
Mm.
okay then. I see. And how's that process going? Have you got PR yet?
Not yet, because they have many stages before that. After you got the IELTS, and you need to wait for the invitation. So you need to submit how do you say, EOI,
Mm-hmm.
expression of interest, and then you wait for your, like, there are 2 rounds each month.
Mm-hmm.
So with my skill is accounting. So
Right.
uh, there are a lot of people submit expression of interest through accountancy skill. So I have to wait quite a while,
I
yeah,
see.
to get the invitation. And after you get the invitation, then you can launch the PR. So still
Right.
need to wait for the invitation. Yes.
I see. So it's quite a long
Mm.
process.
Yeah, it's very long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. And how did you and in the process of doing this, this is when you did all the IELTS test. And how did you prepare for example, for the reading? How did you prepare for that one?
With reading, I've been reading English like journal and everything and books since I was a child. So
Mm-hmm.
reading is no problem for me. Was no
Ah,
problem. So I always
okay.
got 8.5, 9, with listening as well. So
Mm,
the only problem is always writing, because in Indonesia we don't really do a lot of essay writing exercise.
I
So
see.
even in my own language I don't write that much. So, and then suddenly I have to write in other people's language. So it's
Yeah.
quite demanding for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And and you so you did quite a lot of writing preparation, and just for IELTS or writing in general?
Just for IELTS, and then so I took the test for 13 times. During those 12 time, um, I I didn't do a lot of practice. Like I did practice, but
Mm-hmm.
not as intense as when I started my journey with you. You
Uh-huh.
told me to practice, and then so like every 2 days, I always wrote essay and those kind of things. So it's really helpful, very very helpful. Like
Yeah.
you pressure me to write every day, almost every day. So I think that really helps a lot. And
Uh-huh.
then you told me to hatch your sentence uh like those structured sentence that's very helpful, like the template. What should I say if I see this kind of questions? I
Mm-hmm.
think that really helped me a lot.
Uh-huh.
So to be honest, so 12 time, after that I follow your course, and then after that I got 7 straight away.
Awesome.
So yeah, so I follow your course 2 months, so from May until
Yeah.
July.
Yeah.
I took the test and then straight away get 7. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was so pleased when you sent me your email with the big smiley face, and
Yeah, yeah,
that really made my day. I was like, wow, wow, Mega is insanely happy. I'm so happy to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it was your course who helped me a lot.
Thank
So
you, thank you. And
yeah,
what grades were you getting beforehand in the writing?
6.5, 6.5, always 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was missing. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess at that time I was lucky as well, because the question was quite easy. It was about problem and solution. It's about noise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it wasn't really that difficult. But one of my friends, she took the exam exactly the same day as me. She got 6.5. So I think that I'm, yeah, not only lucky, but I'm pretty good at it. So
Well, Mecca, I
yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't personally say that you were lucky. I think you made your own luck, because between you and me we did, I don't know, we did essay after essay after essay. So
Mm,
therefore you're just increasing the chances of increasing the number of different types of essays that you can receive, and
mm,
you got one that you recognized, but you only recognized it was problem and solution
yeah,
because you'd done absolutely loads with me and you knew exactly how to attack it. Yeah.
yeah, true,
Uh-huh.
true. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's,
So
mm, thank you anyway.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And
Yeah,
so the question was about noise pollution or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then why is it so? And then what's the solution to tackle this problem?
Yeah.
So for me, it was very straightforward. So it's not like two stages questions and then agree or disagree. If the question is about disagree or agree, I hate those kind of questions. But it's very straightforward, like why and then how. I like those kind of questions. I like wrote it like quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, took me around 35 minutes, I think. So five
Excellent.
minutes checking, and
Yeah.
then the letter was not that difficult as well. It's about working as a at a certain department at the big company, and you want to transfer or something like that. So I think that one is quite easy too, because I'm currently working, so I know how to write email with
Mm-hmm.
those kind of like content. So it was
Yeah.
quite easy. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And for the task one, did it say write sorry, was the task a formal letter, or was it a write an email? Just out of curiosity.
A formal letter
Formal
to
letter. I
other department telling that you want to move and then you want to get certain training or something like that. I couldn't remember, but it was about it was formal letter.
I see.
Yes,
I see.
because I wrote many emails like that during my work. I know like what to write, how is the structure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
That's the good thing with task one, that once you've learnt about a handful, maybe 10 or 10 different phrases, it's just a
yeah,
case of adapting those phrases to the actual content of the letter. And with
yeah,
the,
that's
yeah, so, and especially if you're doing it all day, every day during work, then it's not difficult at all. Uh-huh.
yeah, it's
And
helpful.
you said with the writing with task two, before you mentioned hedging. Can you just give us a brief explanation? Actually, no. Yeah, give us a brief explanation afterwards. But first, I want you to explain how you attacked the problem and solution essay, and just go through the process, just so we can help the other students. And I want to see how you did it. I'm pretty certain
Oh,
I know how
sure.
you did it, but just curious.
Oh yeah. I got this exercise from IELTS teacher here. She told me to wrote introduction only in 3 sentences,
Mm-hmm.
and then only in 3 sentences the general truth, and then leading to the questions, and then the last one. Um, I follow your template. This essay will discuss this, and then you told me to elaborate. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
essay will discuss this using this as an example. Um I follow very strictly on that one. And
I
then
see.
after that, the thing about hedge, I usually talk in general, like people claim that, but you told me to hedge like it is claimed. Sometimes people, how do you say it
Mm-hmm.
when you hedge? Like you need to give like a doubtful something.
Yes, you have to like create a bit of an element of doubt because it's common
Yeah,
for
yeah,
exactly just to make
mm,
sure that you're not given an absolute fact because it's quite easy to write it and then it comes across as though it's a fact, even though
yeah,
it's not what you wanted to
mm,
write down. Uh-huh.
mm,
I
yeah. And
see.
then I follow the paragraph according to the introduction. So I wrote two main course. Actually, I want to write three main course, but I wrote only two main course with a very long explanation and
Mm-hmm.
example. And then at the last sentence, I wrote the review. So I wrote um, the topic sentence, explanation, and then
Mm-hmm.
example, and then I wrote the conclusion. So around 4 sentences, I think, 4 to 5. So
For
I really, yeah,
for each paragraph, for each of the
for each
body paragraph.
paragraph,
I
for each
see.
body paragraph,
Uh-huh.
and at the end, I wrote the conclusion. So I follow the introduction, but put backwards. So so first one is my opinion, and then not my opinion, the solution, and
Yeah.
then and then after that general truth. I think I just wrote 2 sentences.
I see. I see. Just to close and just to finish
Yeah,
the essay. I see. Uh-huh. And then afterwards, you spent 5 minutes checking it. Yeah.
yeah,
And
checking everything, and then edit if I think that okay, I need this one more specific vocabulary. So I
ah,
out because for example the city people usually when they drive they honking or they brake abruptly. So I wrote this kind of very specific language.
I
Lang-
see.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So not only did you do a check for mistakes, but you also did like an improvement check, looking where you can interchange vocabulary for more specific vocabulary, so
Yeah.
as to pick up points.
Mm. And
Genius.
then really follow those templates, like really very strictly, like where is the topic sentence, where's the explanation, where's the example, where's the review. I really follow that.
Awesome. And for the examples, ha, did you put a real world example in your essay?
Yeah, I put the real world example. For example, to illustrate this, last time, like I told about the construction, it could
Mm-hmm.
cause noise pollution, and then it could cause mild deafness. I wrote that,
Mm-hmm.
and then which is
And
very unhealthy, and then this kind of thing, and then I wrote um I think that the construction company should follow strict regulation according to this. And then if
ah,
they don't follow this, they should be penalized, hefty fine, those kind of things. Like those
I
what
see.
when you read in the council or anything like that, the council like booklet or something like that. Yeah.
And so this was your solution, yeah? That was what you presented as the solution.
Yes, yes, yes. I present.
Okay. And that was your second paragraph.
Yeah,
No,
second part.
third paragraph. Second body
Yeah,
paragraph.
yeah.
I
Mm.
see. Okay. And what was when we were working together, what was the most value you got from working with me? Where did you get the most value, or what was the most helpful for you?
Encouragement. Yes. And you always encourage like student to keep on going, being persistent and stick with it. I think that's the most important. And then you told me to write. So that's really important. Even though
Uh-huh.
if I have good grammar or sentence or anything, it won't help if I don't write and practice.
Exactly.
So I think what you did was very good. You encouraged me, and then you never put me down. Like some of the teacher, they always put me down, say you think you're so good, but you're not. But you're not like that. You're totally like very kind and very helpful, and then very encouraging.
Uh-huh.
That's yeah, it cannot be. It's priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes students like me who already took so many time,
Hmm.
so it kind of really really help a lot instead of just examining my grammar or vocabulary. Of course, I know my grammar is not perfect. I'm not native or anything. Of course, I
Hmm.
know my vocabulary is not perfect, but it's just that sometimes we already know, but um, we don't need to hear it again. We just need someone to encourage us to keep on going. You're doing good. You're doing a good job. You're getting
Uh-huh.
better. You just need
Uh-huh.
to practice more and more. Don't give up. We just sometimes want to hear that. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I totally know what you mean. Yeah, I totally. Yeah, I had the same. I was lucky to have a really good Spanish teacher, and they always encouraged me because when I was doing my first Spanish classes,
Mm.
it can be so tough, you know, and it
Yeah.
seems like everything's going against you, and then something in the real world comes and knocks you off. Like I don't know, maybe you've got maybe you break your ankle and you still got to carry
Mm.
on studying, or maybe your friend loses the job or something like that, and you know what I mean, or maybe even your own job's threatened, and you've got to keep on pushing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I totally understand what you mean.
Mm.
It's important. It's important. So
Because some examiner, yeah, sorry,
sorry, go
yeah,
on.
yeah, because some examiner they just put themselves on the high level, and
Yeah,
then they will, come on, you can, you're not that good, and I don't like this kind of, like tutor. Yeah,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
can see many in the internet. So I told you in the email, like you are the best tutor. That's it. Yeah, for me. For me, maybe for other people, they don't. Yeah, I need to hedge also.
You are possibly the best.
Yeah.
No. I preferred the first one. That was fine. That one didn't need hedging at all.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
That was fine. What you said. It was all good. It was all good. All right then. Okay, Megat. So now your plans are to get the permanent residency, get the invitation, and
Mhm.
all of that, and then you're going to finally rest and stay in Australia. That's the master plan. Yeah.
not rest, but work and yeah. Yeah, just work and stay here. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you have anything else to say to the IELTS students who are taking their exam at the moment and who are having a bit of a tough time, or who are just starting the prep or anything like that? What would you say to a student now who's having a tough time?
Having a tough time. Sometimes for us maybe don't be a smart ass like you think like you're so good and then you keep on getting like every week you just going through the test and test and test without studying. Really,
Uh-huh.
definitely need to sit down and work out and do the writing or reading or whatever you need to practice at least like if
Mm-hmm.
it's really urgent you need to practice at least 4 to 5 hours every day. But if it's not urgent, then you might 2 hours every day. But don't just take exam like that. It's waste money, really wasteful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's better if you just sit down and observe what's your weakness, what's your biggest challenge, and then work that one out, attack that. Not just
Yeah.
giving the IELTS center 330 every week, just like that. Like thinking you're so good. Um, maybe you're lucky this time you get it. No, suddenly you will get seven right away. No way. Don't try that. No way, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to know yourself better and then
Hmm.
get your writing or speaking check. That's the
Yeah.
most important. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's solid advice. That's great advice, that Mega.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
would you say to a student who's just started now, who's just started their IELTS preparation?
Maybe they need to get their score checked to
Mm-hmm.
see what level they are in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then, they need to work out how they're going to increase. Like, for example, one of my teachers suggests me in order to increase zero point 0.5 point in writing, you need to study at least 220 hours. I don't know whether that's correct or not, but I did
Mm-hmm.
follow her a little bit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
220 hours. Can you imagine? Just zero point 0.5.
That's
So
very
they need to,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. So they need to check themselves. Where are they right now? And then what's their goal? Whether to get 6 or 7, and then after that, work from there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very interesting. That so about your IELTS tutor, yeah, one tutor you had in Australia, they said for every half point improvement, you need about
Yes,
220
yes,
hours.
yes,
Wow.
yes. Of studying. Yeah, she told me that, and then I was like um, put a note on my hours. I had a logbook. I put okay today I already wrote like 40 minutes, 40 minutes. I think I already reached that
Mm-hmm.
230 hours. Then I get 7. I think what she might say is quite correct. I think quite
Wow,
true.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, that's good. And I also like the idea that you made a logbook and you logged down everything and the hours that you did. That's
Yeah.
a very, very smart idea because
Yeah.
what you can im to improve in something, the first step is to start measuring it. And just by the
Yeah.
fact of measuring it, you will improve. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Be honest with your like I'm being honest with myself. Where am I? Like what level I'm in? Like 5.5 or 6 or whatever. I need to be honest with myself. Otherwise, I cannot improve.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I really be honest with myself. Like I get my writing check and everything. Okay, you're already in 6.5. To get 7, you need to have like this, and then I'll follow all that plan.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. Right then. Okay, well, Mega, thank you so much for doing
No,
this. And
yes,
yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your agenda, out of your week to do the call and to help all the other students. And yeah, and yeah, I hope everybody who's listening, if you are listening, follow Mega and do exactly what she said because she scarred it and she's well on her way now to get permanent residency and then have a rest. No, not have a
yes.
rest. I get permanent residency and then carry on working across.
Yeah, yeah, and create some achievement. Yeah.
Yeah, not get IELTS and then sit at home for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mega.
Thanks for listening to IELTSPodcast.com.